Hello YouTube, this is my C++ Minecraft clone. We'll do a summary, which is just adding context so new viewers can catch up to speed with what's going on, so they can understand the stream. And at the end of the stream, we'll do a summary of what happened in this stream. So let me give context to any new viewers that started watching this series. We're making Minecraft clone in C++ and Raylib. And as you can see, we currently just fly around. And I want to have the player. And if you notice, here we have this like wireframe around us. This should be the player collision box. Hello, Detective Jones. And so what we managed to do in the previous streams, what's up, Alex? You're constantly one of the first. Yo, Frost, what's up, what's up? Happy to see you guys here. So what we managed to do is, if you can notice on the top left, what's up, Mr. Lerp? If you can notice on the top left, it's saying we're not colliding. What we managed to do is, here, when this wireframe touches a block, it says colliding is true. That is what we managed to do. This is called collision detection. And it works even from above, if it happens. Yeah, here we're colliding, and here we are not. This is perfect. And even... Boy, I remember you, man. I think I banned you in YouTube. If you behave nicely, I will not ban you again. But I remember this name. Is this yeah, this is Fateful. The cool thing is the collision, I think, works with complicated shapes like this one. Yeah, don't recommend. Yeah, look at it. Now it's colliding and now it's not. It works even with complicated ones. And look at how here. Let's try to collide with the bottom part. Got banned for suggesting a good mod. Yeah, that dude. Yeah, look at it. It collided perfectly with the anvil. Just when we hit the bottom part. And it's colliding. It's not as if we're simplifying it to one big block. Guys, don't mention the mod because I'll have to ban again. Please don't mention the mod. Like 20% of my viewers, at least that's what YouTube says, are below 18. And so let's act civil, because I'm merciless with like no compromises. I wonder what tips do you have for someone starting with game engine dev? Any good books? Bro, don't read books. It's super boring to read books. It's super boring to read books, man. Like, don't read books. It will suck the fun out of it. Like any little motivation you have, it gets sucked out of it. Well, most new players, just kids. So my plan for this stream is to have collision resolution. So what happens when we collide? Here we want the ground to stop us. If we manage to do this, then we just add gravity and we have the player, and that's it. We're very close to having the player. Yo, when we are switching to 3D noise, hopefully soon. I'm very excited to add 3D noise, but not now. I borrowed 2 books about game dev a few weeks ago and I weren't able to learn anything from them. Yeah, I tried to read this book about game engines, like game engine architecture book. This one, which is very popular. I started reading it like every day to read a few pages. But like I gave up, man. Like it doesn't work for me. Like books do not work for me. You plan adding multiplayer? There's no point in multiplayer because I will not be able to share this. I did 3D noise for my case, but I got zero clue about putting 3D noise on the surface. Oh, what's up, Invisible? What's up? What's up? Never read a game dev book. It's fine, man. You don't need books. Okay, let's not get distracted and do progress. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I think my prediction is having the collisions will take 15 minutes. Maximum 30 minutes. Maximum. Because we're very close. I brought a lot of dev books, never heard them. Can you unban me in YouTube? I'll see about that. It depends on... it depends. It depends. Let's add the collisions. If we manage to add the collisions, we'll be able to have the player. And so the collision should happen here. Collision resolution. They should happen here. Here, this is the collision detection. All of this. Here we handle the terrain collision from between the entity and the terrain, where we just go over 12 points around the player. And for each of those points, we check the block. If it has collision boxes, if it has, we go over all of them and check if it collides with us. And now we need to have collision resolution. This part should be simple. It shouldn't take that much time, especially when I already have done it in the Java clone. Because it's very simple. We check the overlap on each of the 3 axes. We see and we check for the overlap if we should push to the right or to the left. This is for the x-axis. If we should push the entity up or down, or if we should push the entity forward or backward. That's it. It's very simple. And so let's do this. Let's do this. So what Minecraft is not... What do you mean? Oh, and there is some other news on the Discord. Here we have a section called Showcase Project. We have a section called Showcase Project where you can add a tag review on stream. And so usually here there's a lot more projects. And I look just those with the tag review on stream. And so I'll go over at some point the projects here. But I would like, when I go over a project and review it, to have the person that has made it in the chat, so I can ask him questions. Or in a voice channel here where we talk. That would help a lot in the viewing experience. At some point we will do it. We can do it today, I don't know. I haven't planned it, but at some point we'll do it. Because I want my viewers to get recognition as well. To take advantage of that here we have an audience of developers or like people that are interested in niche projects like these ones. Because it's very hard to get recognized. Let's do the collision resolution. It should be very simple. Are you not gonna release your Minecraft copy for... Yeah, we're not releasing it. I'll try to release a different project. But I first need to figure it out. For now I won't put my projects on the stream tag, as there is nothing interesting to show for. But once I have more, it will certainly want to be reviewed. Like, don't worry about it. Not having something interesting to show, don't worry at all about it. You don't have to worry about that. Viewers will decide if it's interesting or not. We as developers have no idea. I like how the only rule in the chat is to write in English. There are more rules, like no, not safe for work, but it's like, it's assumed. But I send my game to your Discord, would you mind testing it? Then Twitch is dead because there are very few viewers on Twitch. Most people are on YouTube. Usually the people on Twitch are those that are banned on YouTube. Yeah, that's how usually it goes. Yeah, I know of your project. Yeah, but not all, not all, not all. Chill. Like Frost is the exception, and Wixer is the exception, and Invisible as well, probably. Yeah, your Minecraft clone. Put the tag review on stream. Put the tag review on stream, so we can view the post. So we can review it. Yeah, let's do the collision resolution. Let's do the collision resolution. Yeah, we need the overlap. We need the overlap. Can't wait for that period when I'll actually be ready to start developing my very own sandbox game, but I need to study more. You don't need to study more. I can tell you that for sure. Will we add nukes? Why would we need them? Okay, I've added it. Sorry, didn't know. Yeah, I've recently added attack. I recently added attack. Yeah, here I can see it. I can see it. But I don't know when to do the review. I haven't decided. Let's do the collision and I'll think about it. I don't know, man. Or should we do it now? Or should we do it now? Like, are you interested? Okay, if I review your project, are you interested in like joining a Discord chat? Like when I review it to like ask questions? This is the overlap on the Y, and this is the overlap on the Z. And how is it calculated? Oh, it's very easy actually. The overlap. Because here, when there is collision, we need to move the player. Because the player, like the player is like inside of a block. Only me and another guy is watching on Twitch. We can easily lower the number, man. Don't worry about it. We can easily lower the number. Yeah, here. This is when there is collision. This is what happens. And we need to fix this. And what's the solution? We need to see what the overlap is between the two collision boxes. And so here, for example, we just need to move the player to the left. And done. It's solved. This is what we need to do. And in order to do this, we need to calculate the overlap. New badge on Discord. Yo. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, let me pop out chat. Yeah, thank you, man, for... yeah, I think you became a member. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. But here I cannot like it. When somebody donates, I can usually like it and do something, but here I cannot do anything. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like, thank you. Thank you. W in the chat for Trojan. I think that's how your name is pronounced. Like you make this channel a possibility. Let's calculate the overlap. Let's calculate the overlap. It's very easy, the overlap. We need to subtract the minimum from the maximum. Here, minimum minus the maximum of the 2 points on the x-axis. We basically have 2 points on the x-axis. And here, how do I get the minimum and maximum? I would need here the entity maximum x, and between the between the block maximum x, and here And here this should be the entity minimum and the block minimum. This is how we calculate the overlap on the x-axis. But I need this minimum and maximum. Is it from STD? Yeah, it's from STD. Perfect. This is only what we need. This is only what we need. Why cannot we do minus? That's very weird. Oh, because they're no. Do we have anywhere some kind of a const? Should be all right, right? Yeah, why does this doesn't work? Let's ignore it. Continue on. Yo, what's going on? We're adding the collision. Bro, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. You guys are generous today. Yeah, where is the chat? Yeah, thank you, man. But this one I can like it. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Nice for the euro. How do you edit geo values like mip, map, and culling? What do you mean? Oh, and for the person that joined as a member in Discord, you can get your like a member role, and you can have like a role here that you're a member. I need to do the same for Twitch users as well to have a role on Discord. Just so I know your members. Is there a possible chance for a Minecraft copy source code being clicked in GitHub by anonymous person? Don't worry about it. Let's copy this. Yeah, my user is... Oh, are you in Discord already? When do I need CMake? What do you mean? Let's calculate the overlap for all of these. I was talking in general. Yeah, connect your Discord with your YouTube and automatically you will get the member role. You will automatically get it. Like Detective Jones. Detective Jones is a member and he got the role. Oh, I get it. Here we need X. Yeah, my bad, guys. My bad. For what expected project size? I cannot answer you. Like, I don't understand your question. Yeah, here we calculate the overlap on all of the axes. Yeah. We calculate the overlap and we need to move the player a bit. And that's it. And here this was used to detect if we are colliding. We need to remove this because it will stop the algorithm from going over all of the points. So let's just have a result here. He's asking about when to use CMake on a rally project, I think. I just start using it, doesn't matter. When it starts causing problems, just switch to something else. It's very simple. Just start using it. I use it on all my projects, CMake. By default is false. And here we'll make the result equal to true. Result equals true. Because here we have collided and we're trying to resolve it. And here we return the result. Basically, if there was a collision. And now we've calculated the overlaps on every axis. What's the next thing we need to do? We need to check if which overlap is the smallest, I think. Look at the count under the tree. Yeah, this is how I did it in the Java clone. I calculated each of the overlaps. And here I checked the X overlap. I compared it to the other axis overlaps. So that's what we're going to do as well. That's what we're going to do. Let's compare them. So if the overlap X is less than overlap Y, and overlap X is less than overlap Z, why do you check the smallest collision? That was yeah, I was thinking it should be better if it's the biggest overlap, because here but I need to check here the subtraction, because here in the subtraction we subtract the minimum from the maximum, so it's like a negative value. So here if we do the like if this is the maximum but this is from the max, the minimum from the max, like don't worry about it, like this is fine, it's fine, don't worry about it. Like this AAB algorithm, like I've followed tutorials to do it. Like this isn't something I figure out on my own, like the AAB algorithm. Like it's not something I figured out on my own. You write it once and you forget about it. And I hate parts of the project that you write them once and forget about them, because like you cannot make changes to them. That's the bad part, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And here let's calculate on the movements in the different directions. So the movement on the X direction, if we are overlapping on the X direction, we need to see on the which direction we should move the player. If it's to the left or to the right, we need to check it. So this will be called move X to the right, which would be the... Can you name the default player? Show. Bro, I had high hopes for you, man. I had high hopes for you. I had high hopes for you. He had to be removed. No, he's gone from there. And actually, I want to create dungeon. Yeah, I'll read in a moment. But I think we got him also in the Discord, actually. Yeah, here. I need to remove from here as well. Mod view. I think that should be it. I want to create a dungeon RPG game, but we'll see. Create it. How many members are on Discord? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Here, create the project and post it here in Showcase Project. Post it here. And if you want to review it, if you want me to review it on stream, add this tag and I'll review it on stream. I need to go over these 3 projects at some point and review them on stream. Okay, we're checking the overlap on the x-axis. We're checking the overlap. Yo, Petsa, what's up? There was a site for ABB collision. There was a site that demonstrated. I feel it will take too much time, brother. Also, I'll be so bad at making assets for the game. Bro, I'm making 0 of my assets. All of my assets, I haven't made a single asset. Don't worry about assets. Don't worry about them. there was a very good website that demonstrated the collision algorithm, and I need it. Yeah, this is basically what we are doing. The minimum is this, and the maximum is this, and here this is the minimum, and this is the maximum. This is basically what we're doing. I'll put it on the side. So here we're checking for the overlap. And how do we calculate it? We're checking the maximum. Yeah. Here it is. We're checking the maximum. We have two maximums. Here we're just looking at the x-axis. We have two maximum. This value, because here the x-axis goes from 0 to infinity to the right. And so here we have two maximums. We can actually do it in Excalibur, because there I can write. Yeah, here. Here it's from 0 to like infinity, the x-axis. So that's why this is a minimum and this is a maximum. And look at how it's blue, because it's for the blue shape. So we need to check for this overlap. We need to check for this overlap, how much it is. This is what we're doing. Because we need to move in, let's say this is the entity, we need to move him to the left. We need to move him to the left. But we need to move him this much. We need to move him this much. And so we're calculating this. And how will we do this? Well, we need to subtract this maximum from this minimum. And if you can notice, this maximum is, we need one of the two maximums. One of the two. Which one? The minimum, the smallest one. So this one. And that's what we're doing here. We get the minimum of the two maximums. So we got this. Now we need which one of the two minimums? Well, we need this one, the biggest one. We need the biggest one, which is what we do. The maximum of the two minimums. And this was just on the x-axis. We do the same on the y-axis and on the z-axis. And on the z-axis. On the three axes, we've calculated the overlaps. That's what we did. That's what we did. And here, if you can notice, we have overlap on the x-axis and on the y-axis. We have two overlaps. And so in which direction are we going to push the player? In which direction? We have to pick one of the three directions. Here, there, two. We need to pick one. So let's say these are the figures. And let's make this another color. So if it's like this, look at how this is the smallest overlap. This here is the smallest overlap, and this is the biggest overlap. Do you notice? And we do the smallest overlap because it's the one that makes the most sense, like this. Like, this is the correction we need. Because if you notice, this overlap is the biggest. This one is the biggest. And so if we took the biggest, we would have done it like this, which is wrong, actually. So look at how the player is moving. It's moving. Oh, it collided. It collided. And it has two overlaps here. It has this overlap and this overlap, which this overlap is the biggest. We need to ignore it. We need the smallest overlap. And done. It's fixed. And that's what we are doing here. That's what we're doing here. We are checking, okay, is the X overlap the smallest of the three? If so, we then need to check if we will move him to the left or to the right. Like, that's the algorithm. It's very simple. But it's just a bit of code. It's just a bit of code. Yeah, for the x-axis, we need to decide where are we going to move him. We have, how are we going to decide this? We need to subtract maximum from the minimum. Like one option is to subtract entity maximum. Let's remove this. We need to subtract entity maximum x minus block minimum x, and here block maximum x and entity minimum x. So we need to see, this is the overlap on the x-axis, but we need to see which one is to the right and which one is pushing to the left. Which one of these? In my game, when I made it in Java, the way I figured it out, which side pushes to where, I just ran the code and I saw what happened and I stopped it and noted if it's the right one. Like that's how I did it. But here we can do a quick check on the web. We can do a quick check. So here, notice how here we need to move it to the right. We need to move it to the right. And how do we calculate that? Let's say this is the block and this is the entity. Let's say it's like that. So we're looking at the entity maximum. So this right part is the entity maximum. And this is the block minimum. This is the block minimum. And they are overlapping, sure. They are overlapping. Yeah, that's the right. Because the entity maximum is the right. And the entity minimum is the left. Oh, yeah, it's the left. And we need to move to the right. Yeah, okay, so we swap them. I assume, we'll see. We'll see. I assume this is what needs to happen. And here we need to compare them. We need to compare them. And how are we going to decide which one it is? So here, what are you doing? We are adding collision. Like we're adding the player to be able to collide just like in Minecraft. To have the player walking around. Like here. Here we're flying. Yeah, like this. To walk around in the world. We have collision detection. We just need, when they're colliding like this, to move the player. That's what we need. He still tested the game. What do you mean? Let's see now, where do we need to move him? Because here we have both versions. We have both versions. We have, this is the value if we're going to move him to the left. This is the value if we're going to move him to the right. We need to compare them. Move x left, like lower than move x right. And then here else. And we need to save the movement. Here, let's say vector 3 movement equals 0, 0, because initially we're not moving it. And here, let's say movement x plus equals move x left, and here move x right, but with a minus. But we need to check this. We need to check this if it's actually correct. So does the collision only needs to move right or left? What happens if something collides from above or downwards? We will go over here an else. Else is if overlap y is less than overlap z. And here else, like this. But which if is this? Oh, this is else if. Like this. Like this. So here we are checking if the overlap on the x is the smallest. If it's not, then we continue onward, because there is a collision here. There is a collision. What do you mean to show the actual progress? And if the overlap on the X is not the smallest, then we check if the overlap on the Y is the smallest. And if it's the overlap on the Y the smallest, here we need to do the same like we do here, but on the Y axis. And else, if we are here, then overlap on the Z is the smallest. And we solve it here. Missed the stream yesterday is the actual progress. Yeah, what's up, Clay? What's up, Clay? You notice how I'm not calling you Maskeli? What's up, Clay? Run your project, please, and show. We need to finish this because it will not run properly. That's why I haven't run it still. I think I understand it now. Like you run your program. Yeah, but I need to finish it. Like this part. We're very close to finishing. I think only science might be swapped, but the code for it should work. Yeah, that's what we're going to check right now. Because I just wrote it, however, it looks nice, but we need to check it here. Here, let's type out, this is too big of a size, font size, small. This is the minimum. This is the minimum. And this is the maximum. We are looking at the x-axis. This is the maximum. And let's group this. I need these graphs for me because it helps me understand the algorithm. I need this for me. It's for me, but it may be of use to you as well. Here we group it so we can move it at the same time. And we do the same here. We do the same here. This is the minimum. Here, this point here is the minimum, and this point here is the maximum. This point here is the maximum. And we need to group these ones. If I don't do it visually, I cannot understand it. I need visualization. Okay, perfect. We are focusing just on the x-axis. So let's put the x-axis so we can visualize it. Here, this is the x-axis. This is the x-axis, and it goes from 0 to here infinity, to infinity. This is the x-axis. This is the x-axis. Okay, perfect. And let's see, figure out if the code I wrote is correct. We have overlap, sure. We have overlap. And what do we do here? We have overlap, and let's say the x overlap is the smallest. What are we going to do today? We are finishing the collision. We are pretty close on finishing it. We're doing finishing touches. Yeah, we have the overlap, and we need to decide, are we moving the entity to the right? Or are we in this situation where we're moving the entity to the left? That's what we need to decide. That's what we need to decide. And so we have an overlap. Either if whatever it is, even if we're here or here, in both cases, we're calculating how much to move it in the both directions. Got to go. I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you. Thank you, Clay. We've calculated. And how have we calculated? If we're in this situation and we need to move him to the right, how do we calculate it? Well, we subtract the block maximum with the entity minimum. And this is what we do here for moving to the right. To the right, we subtract the block maximum from the entity minimum. The entity is this blue thing, and this is the block. And for moving to the left, we subtract from the entity maximum the block minimum. That's how we calculate for moving to the left. We subtract the entity maximum from the block minimum. Sure, but we don't know which one of these two cases we are in. We don't know which one of these we are in. And so let's see some examples. If it's like this, moving to the right will be, let's say, 2 pixels. Let's say, as an example. And what will be this value in this case? What would be the movement to the left as a calculation? Well, to the left will be this value minus this value. So it will be a very big number. So it will be very big number. So we are looking for the smallest number. And if we are here, look at how. Here it will be a very small number. And movement to the right will be this maximum minus this minimum, a very big number. So to see which one it is, we need to see which one is the smallest. And that's what we do here. If the movement to the left is the smallest, we move to the left. Else, we need to move to the right. It's very simple. And so movement to the left, I think we need to subtract. And movement to the right, I think we need to add. But we'll check it out in code. And we do the same for the other axis. Look at how simple it is. Look at how simple it is. This is on the y-axis. This is on the y. And so here we need to replace with the y. And this should be on the z-axis. It should be on the z. Will it work on the y-axis if the player falls onto... Yeah, it should work. Like it worked on the Java clone, so it should work here as well. Let's copy this code. Idea for you. Your game will mostly focus on redstone. You can add few basic... I saw your comment on the video. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry. This exact comment I saw on the newest video. Don't worry about it. I already saw your comment. Like, I read all the comments. I think he will work on y-axis. No, we are doing all the axes. We are doing all of them. Barely any... yeah. And we can actually calculate this here. We don't need to calculate all of them all of the time. Here, let's calculate the y. And here, let's calculate the z. Let's calculate the z. Perfect. And here, let's do this if comparison. Let's do this comparison. And here we compare the y. We compare the y. We compare the y. It's the same code for all of the axes. It's the same code. But let's... Oh, but we need to rename it. This is move top, move up, move up, move down. It's a bit different. And so, let me see. If it's like this, we need to move up. So it's the block maximum minus the entity minimum. The block maximum, this, okay, so it's swapped. So here it's move up, here it's move down. It should be like that, right? So if move down, move down, move up, like this. If moving down is the smallest, we move it down. Else, we move it up. We move it up like this. And here, this will be forward, backward. No. It should be depending on the axis. It should be depending on the it should be dependent on this here. What's this? Like here, this is the west. This is the north, south, negative x, west. And east is positive x. Yeah, let's do east, west, north, south. Let's do that, because forward and backward is ambiguous. Let's do northeast, west, south. That would be better. So let's do, for the x-axis, we do east and west. West is towards the negative. So here let's change it. It will sound better. So the left, here we're subtracting. So this should be towards the negative. and towards the negative is west. So let's call this west. West. And here, west. And here, west. Like this. Perfect. And here, let's call this move x east. We can call it just move east, actually. We don't need to specify it's the x-axis. Move west. Yeah, perfect. And here, this will be move east. Perfect. Yeah, this is much better. Give me a laptop. What do you mean? New Minecraft version sucks. Now you're cool. Yeah, guys, have you heard about Minecraft potentially being sold? Like, what's that about? Like, I start hearing that Minecraft is getting sold. Like, what's that about? Like, is that true? Or is just some kind of a rumor? Yeah, random YouTube video. Yeah, that was very weird when I heard it. Microsoft's thinking of making Xbox a separate thing. Bro, if they sell to Valve, that would be amazing, man. They will make Minecraft the best game on the planet, which is... Man, imagine if Valve has Minecraft. Up and down is fine, actually. Up and down is fine. Move down. Move down. And here, this is move up. Perfect. And here, this should be move. So negative is the entity max, I think. So let's do, what's the negative on the north and south? Yeah, north is negative z. So let's do this, move north. And here, move south. And let's copy this. Let's copy this. All right. The game is already done. I don't think it's going to happen. Minecraft's in on the list of the 10 best-selling games every year. Here this should be move north, move south. Here move north, and this should be move south. And here this should be the Z, and this should be the Z. Perfect. That should be kind of it. We need. What else do we need? What else do we need? Resolve. So here, after we've calculated the movement, we need to move the actual position. We need to move the actual position. So here, position, the position plus equals the movement. Like this. Now we should have collisions. Probably. Hopefully. Hopefully, let's get our fingers crossed. Please, everybody pray for the project that we've done it. Else, we need to debug it. And that would be a bit of annoying. Let's hope this works. Let's hope this works. Let's run it again. This is visualization. This is not the collisions. Let's run it again. This is again, hopefully, just visualization problems. Okay, perfect. Let's... I'm scared to do it, but let's do it. Let's see, do we have collisions? Yo! 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 Yo. Oh, okay. Let's not push it. Kind of. We're colliding with the grass. We're colliding with the grass. Let's add gravity. Let's add gravity. Let's add gravity. Let's add gravity. Just to be sure. It's it's not perfect, but let's add gravity. Constant gravity. We are in the entity. Let's go to the player, actually. That's where we have the collisions. Oh, we need to check if we're colliding with the ground. It's fine. Let's add here the gravity. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, now we should have gravity. But the visuals sometimes work. I don't know why the visuals do this. Like the visuals break. We need to restart the game like 10 times and that's when we get the visuals. I don't know why actually. No, the project is not on GitHub. Like it is, but it's private repository. Bro, are we doing it right? I think I can see the terrain, but we're far below it. We're far below it. I think we need to spawn the player a bit later, I think, question mark. Let's go here. I'm not sure. Well, at least we're falling. At least we're falling. Now let me think about it. Yeah, where's the player? Player. Yeah, here is the player. And we set its position. What else? And here we process his movement. Here. And what happens? And here we spawn. Let's process the movement a bit later. Actually. Let's process it a bit later. I want to be sure everything has been generated. Let's do it here. Let's do it here. Let's process the movement here. Have no idea how did you generate the basic terrain of one block that you got right now? What do you mean? Why are there clouds above clouds? I don't know. But we can see the terrain there. Above the clouds. I think we can see the terrain above the clouds. Let's remove the gravity. Just to be sure. Let's remove the gravity. Remove the gravity. And now we need to restart it again because visuals have issues. Yeah. And now it's fine. Basically what I think the issue is, like we spawn, but we still don't have these blocks. And so maybe the player is here and the tree gets spawned. The tree gets spawned over the player. The player is colliding and the world moves him down. And he's like at the center of the tree probably. And he's moving more down because he's still colliding and now he's outside of the world. I don't know. Some of the collisions are not alright. Some of the collisions are not alright. Like on the x-axis. I think on the x-axis the collisions are not perfect. I need to swap them on the x-axis. On the y looks fine. But look at how sometimes it starts pushing me down on the y. I need to add gravity, man. I need to make add gravity so that we can fix the collisions. Because the collisions have problems. And we're colliding with the grass. Man, we're so close to doing it. Oh, I need to do a ban. I hate banning. RTX on. Oh, we probably collide. No, we don't collide with the water. Yeah, we do not collide with the water. We do not collide with the water. But we need to... Yeah, the collision needs some fixing, for sure. For sure, the collision needs some fixing. But we need gravity, man. We need gravity. And how are we going to do it? Okay, let's have two modes. Creative and survival. And in survival, that's when we get gravity. Just so we can start the gravity when the world has generated. Like, that's the best solution. Here, let's do a Boolean creative mode. Creative mode, by default, let's say it's false. Here, creative mode equals false. And here, if we are not in creative mode, we'll have the gravity. I think this is the fastest solution. This will be the fastest solution. And let's add a key binding to toggle the creative mode. And so here we do like if is key pressed, which key should toggle the creative mode, like some kind of an F key. F1, key F1, player creative mode equals the opposite of player creative mode. Okay, we can do F7, doesn't matter, we can do F7. Now we should start in creative and add the gravity a bit later. If the terrain decides to render. Any moment. We shouldn't have gravity right now. Oh yeah, we need to set creative by default to be true. We need to set it by default to be true. Yeah, true. And now we shouldn't have gravity on startup. If the terrain decides to render. Okay, we don't have gravity, and if we press F7, now we have gravity. Perfect. Oh my god. Oh, we have second clouds. Oh, so below the world we have second clouds. Below the world. Below the world. Why is that? Cloud model. Draw clouds. This is where we draw the clouds. You can see what happens at live action. Oh, I'm drawing the clouds 2 times. Oh, I get it. Now we should have only one pair of clouds. Only one. We will not have 2 clouds. Perfect. And we add gravity. So everything should be alright. And we move below the world. Because we're getting pushed down. We're getting pushed down. So we need to go back to the collision here. So if the overlap on the X is the smallest, if the overlap on the Y is the smallest, and here the Z, and here we update the position. And move down is this. Let's check if it's that. So move down. Move down is here. This is when we have moved down. So the entity maximum minus the block minimum. And here we move up for the block maximum minus the entity minimum. Yeah, it's perfect. And here, and we need to check which one is the smallest. Here, this is the smallest. And here, this is the smallest. we check which one is the smallest. I lost my code. Here is my code. We check which one is the smallest. And here we need to move down. And movement down, I subtract from the Y. Okay, let's invert it, sure. Just to see if this is the issue. Let's invert it, just to be sure. Let's invert it. And we need to... This bug, I don't know what's causing it. I'll have to figure it out, probably off stream. Now let's add the gravity. Okay, it was fine before. Now it's worse. Yeah, before it was perfect. Yeah, it's fine, Yeah. So something else is the problem. Here, this code is perfect. Something else is the problem. Let's check the other collisions. Or maybe... we'll see. Let's check on the x-axis, if it's fine. Let's check the x-axis. And just by flying, it's fine. This is the north, this is the x. Let's check the x. This is towards the east. We managed to push through. Yeah, we're pushing through. And what about from the other side? From the west? From the west is fine. We still push. Let's swap them. Here, let's swap them. This is plus, this is minus. Let's swap them. And that's what I did in the Java clone. I just played around with the values. Sometimes my theory is not enough. Sometimes my theory crafting and brainstorming is not enough. Which is fine. At the end of the day, we'll manage to do it. I'm sure of it. Okay, let's check again the west. No, now it's worse. Okay, this is perfect. So my code is correct. Somewhere else is the problem. This code is correct. Somewhere else is the problem. And we have a few possibilities. Let's go to the player. Where do we actually handle this? Well, first we update the position and then we handle the collisions. Let's do the opposite. And let's see if this makes a change. Let's do the opposite. Let's do the opposite. It's too... I know what probably the issue is. Maybe the... Before, when something like this happened, like look at how colliding goes between true and false, I think I've had this problem before, and it was because of how I changed the position. Like the collision should be fine. The collision algorithm should be fine. Isn't it safe bet to lock velocity in the direction of collision till it's not colliding anymore? Let's first check when do we handle the collision in the Java clone. Let's first do that. This is the update. First, oh, and this is for the collision box itself. I set the collision box to have the same position as the parent and add the offset. And then I do the checks and I do the resolutions. And what does the resolution do at the end? The resolution at the end, look at how it updates both the player position and the collision box position. But here in my game, I've done it a bit differently. My collision box doesn't have a position here. It has just a configuration. It doesn't have a position. And here the from and to are between values from 0 to like 30, let's say. And I usually convert them back to world units by dividing by 16. Just so I have the same units as in like block bench, so I can do it easily like here with the models. Because here the models have different units. like pixels instead of world units. The actual handling of the position is in the entity, here, in the entity. Here we have the position, and we have the collision box, here. And so when we handle the collision, when we handle it, we update the position here. When the player collides. Do I set velocity 0 in my Java clone? Let's go back. Let's go back to the player. Before I did set the velocity to 0. Before I actually did that. But we looked at the tutorial on how to have player controller like Half-Life. And then I made changes. And I think I removed the set velocity to 0 when there is a collision. I think I removed that in the Java clone after following the tutorial. But let's check. Here in the Java Minecraft clone, where is the collision box? So it's from the entity. It's from the entity. Yeah, here is the collision box. But I don't use it here. I use it in the player. Collision box. Collision box. Update. Yeah. So first I update the position, which is the same like in the C++ version. Let's go to the player. Yeah, first I update the position using the velocity. Yeah, it's the same. I update the position using the velocity, and then I handle the collision. Yeah, here in the Java, I update the position with the velocity, and then I handle the collision. And when do I process movement? When do I process movement? Yeah, this is the update. And when do I process movement? Because I had an yeah, here, process movement. Where is this? It's in process input. When there is input given. And where is this function called? This is in process input. This is here, before update. So first we process input and then we update. Okay, let's see how I do it. See how I do it. Where is the player? Where is Mr. Player? Where is the player? Here is the player. Yeah, first I process movement and then I update. For now it's the same. Which you like most, IntelliJ or VS? VS. I like the most. VS. So for now we are doing it exactly like in the Java, and I'll just run the Java just to demonstrate the difference between both. The Java for now, the collision is much better. But let's check it out. Let's check it out. Yeah, look at it. In the Java, like perfect collisions. There is no, like it's perfect. It's perfect, butterly smooth. Perfect collision. We even have bunny hop. Like here is the exact same code. It is the exact same code. But in the other version, the C++ one, we have this stuttering, which I'm trying to solve. We have this stuttering. Okay, we had it. Bro, did I fix it? No. Yeah, we still have it. Like it's, we go through the terrain. Sometimes it's very, yeah, look at it. Look at this. It's like we're in the, it's like we're getting hacked, man. Like, this is what I mean. Is it when you collide with more than one face? Maybe. We're moving. We're moving. This needs to be solved. This needs to be solved. The terrain generation works well. Thank you. Thank you. Not the Subway Surfers bug again. Yeah, that's a good bug to have. Yeah, this is the second time we're getting this bug. But before it was in a different context. So, I have one suspicion where this is happening. Probably it's here when we go over all of the collisions. Because here, we move the player here. We could just save up the movement and do the movement at the end instead of constantly moving the player around. Let me check out the Java clone. Here. But here we actually... yeah, let's go back to the collision and check it out. What is the collision box? And yeah, here. We have the position, we have all the blocks we're colliding with. We need to resolve the collision with the blocks around us. And so we go over all of them. We check if we collide with the block. How do we check if we collide with the block? You did Java project, you won't end it. Why next C++? Okay, when is the end of the Java project? Could you tell me when that end is? Like, there is no end. At some point I need to make a decision. When is the end? My goal was survival and we did survival. So how do we check collision with block? We get the block. Are you British? I will take this as a compliment for my English speaking skills. C++ for life, but why Java and now C++? Oh, Wix, what's up, what's up? Wix, I think I've made you as a VIP now. Can you test it out? I don't know what VIP is, but I think it's something cool. It should be something cool. Now if he was British, he would be talking in British accent. How do we check collisions? On Twitch or... Yeah, Wix say something. Oh, now I have... Yeah, you just have a little emoji next to your name. You have a little emoji next to your name. Okay, how do you check collisions? And what spell color center armorers? Collide with block. He can spam now the same agency, some stuff pretty much. Okay, how do we check collision with blocks? We check it with the new position. Okay, so that's the difference. Yeah, I found one difference in the collision. I think the entity minimum and maximum, we need to update them. We need to update them. And we do this in the for loop. We do them in the for loop. Like this. Now, this should have a big difference. What do you plan on doing after you finish the project? When would it be finished? When would it be finished? Okay, let's check the collision. We did a massive change. Let's check the collision. How is it now? Yo? Yo? It's not stuttering. Oh no, come on, man. It was doing so well. Let's add gravity. Now we have gravity. Come on, man. It was doing so well. I think it's because the friction you put. Ah, the friction. Okay, let's remove the friction. Oh, it's very cursed that player collision. Okay, I have an idea. Let's have some flags in which direction we have collided. Let's have some flags, just like in the Java clone. Because there, I was able to check if we are colliding the bottom, south, north, etc. Because we need to check if we're colliding with the ground, which is this part. When we're moving up, we check the flag that we're colliding with the ground. And I'll make changes to the player movement based on this flag. That's what I'm going to do. And I think this will solve it. Hopefully. Hopefully this will solve it. I have no idea, but hopefully. Let's go to the entity. And here, let's make a couple of flags. Collided west. East, north, south, bottom and top, right? So they should be like 5 more. So collided north, collided east, and this should be south. This should be east, west, top, bottom, like this. Like this. And when we handle the collision, we'll update. It's fine. It will achieve the same thing. And when do we reset them? We reset them here. We reset them. Before we go over all of them. This, by default, there will be no collisions. By default. No collisions. So now I can post link. Well, now you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. So here, will you make player model with animations? Hopefully, we'll see. Here we're moving to the west. So we've collided on the opposite side. So collided on the east equals true. And here we've collided on the west. I think it should be like that. And so when we're moving up, we've collided with the bottom. And here we're collided top. And here we are moving north, so we've collided south. And here we have collided north. Now we have a couple of flags we can use. So now in the player, when we process movement, here we can actually check collisions. We can check collisions. Here we check if we have collided to the bottom. If we have collision with the bottom, we can press space to jump and we handle ground physics. Else, we handle air physics. Like this. Perfect. And let's test it out. We cannot move right now. So it thinks we're colliding. No, we are not colliding. So why cannot we move? Do you reset the boolean anywhere? Yeah, we reset it. Every frame. We reset it. Here. Here I reset. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, come on. Think, Mark, think. Okay, now we move. And let's add gravity. Now we're colliding with the ground. And I cannot move because we don't have handle ground physics. We don't have handle ground physics. And we are colliding still. That's interesting. Because we're... Oh, come on. Yeah, but at least we can check if we are colliding with the ground. At least we have that. So what now? Yeah, here we have handle ground physics, which we haven't implemented. Handle ground physics. Oh yeah, we should be able to jump actually. And now you're my new spirit animal. What do you mean? Let's have the same logic, but without the gravity. Let's have it here, the same logic without the gravity. You can't move because the collision is literally touching. So you need to make... No, bro. Like, I stopped the handle air physics when I'm colliding. And this was the code for the movement. And now I have it again. And so now I'll be able to move. But I want to check the jumping. That's what I want to check. Yo, what's up, Sushi? And here, look at it, we're jumping. See, we're jumping. But I'm afraid to move because we'll fall through the ground. We'll fall to the ground. Ah, come on, we fell. So jumping was perfect. But when we tried to move... Bro, that's good. Yeah, sushi is easily entertained. Thankfully. But we need to solve this, Sushi. Oh, I need to ban somebody. Okay, and let's... Bro jump so hard the dirt sunk below him. No, the jumping is fine, look at it. But when we move... Oh, so maybe that's the issue. Because when we're moving, there's a couple of collisions happening at the same time, probably. And that's what has difficulty with. Look at it, how here it stopped me from continuing. It's colliding with these blocks. So it's... I think your friction bugs the collision check. Yeah, but I like the friction. We can remove it just to test, but I like the friction. And we had it in the Java, like we have friction in the Java clone as well. Like it's not something new. And in the Java clone it was fine. I doubt this is the issue, but let's see. And let's add gravity. Yeah, it's the same, bro. It's not that. It's even worse. It's not that. Don't worry about the friction. Don't worry about it. The problem is... the problem is how we handle multiple collisions. Might be the bounding box being too deep on the ground. You need to make the collision go a little up so it can collide with the blocks and walk normally. My resolution of the collisions with multiple collisions might be the issue. Use capsule. No. Don't worry about it. It's possible to do it with a cube. It's possible. We did it in the Java with a cube. I have to test. We have one idea how to do it. Like this. To step on a single block. So here we have a single collision. We have a single collision. And see, now we're jumping. Now we're jumping and we're moving freely. Look at here, we have no issues with a single collision. We have no issues. So that's the issue. Multiple collisions. Multiple collisions is the issue. It's multiple. So we can do parkour here. Movement so smooth because we have velocity and friction. Let's go in creative and let's do some parkour. This is for science. This is for science. Okay, we should be able to jump. Perfect. 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 Okay, it's perfect. But the issue is multiple collisions. That's the issue. Still bugged inside the block. I think you are just lower than the real collision, so you get stuck on the other ones. Could be good for creative fast mode, Parkour Pro. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But now with multiple blocks, it has issues with multiple blocks. With multiple blocks has issues. Okay, I agree. You should decide which block is colliding, maybe. Yeah, we have slight issue. Chat, is this fine? Can we push this? Is this fine? I think it's not. I need to see how I resolve multiple collisions. That's the issue. Multiple collisions. That's the issue. Entity, where is the entity? Here. We need to resolve multiple collisions. Oh, the prayer will be walking. Help me. Yeah, but at the end of the day, one collision should work for all of them. We have at most 12 collisions that we need to resolve without making if statements instead of if else. Instead of if else. No, it's only one overlap on each axis. The problem is when we move the player. That's the issue. When we move the player, because let me think about it actually. Here, player movement. Yeah, how do we calculate this? Based on the entity minimum and maximum and the block. How do we calculate the block? The block based on the block origin and its collision box. So it should be fine. And here we update the entity minimum and maximum because we move the player. This position. Where do we call this position? Because we update it. Here in every for loop, if there is a collision, we update it. So it's called here inside of the for loop. Here inside of the the collision point. Wait a minute, the collision point. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. The collision point. It needs to not change, I think. Yeah. Starting player position. Vector 3. Starting player position. Equals position. Like this. Starting player position. Like this. I think that should not update. Okay, that should, because it will start using other blocks for the collision. The blocks we are resolving these block positions, and they change here when we change the position. Yeah, let's test this. This should be fine now. Hi, what's up, Mr. 122? And let's test it out. No, look at it. I'm trying to move forward and it's colliding with this block. We're colliding with this block. We're colliding with this block. I cannot move forward. I can move backward, but forward towards the negative X, I cannot. But moving to the left works. Oh, I get it. No, that's something else. Because I'm trying to, my forward is pushing me down there and not like here. Okay, when it's like this, it's fine. Oh, that's the, okay, yeah. I get it. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. But this was correct to do. Now we do not clip through the terrain. This was correct. We need to make one last change, and I think that's it. I think that will be it. So let's go to the player. When we get the input direction, even before this actually, let's find the reference. Here, move direction. Where do we calculate it? The move direction, W. No, it's not here. It's here. Here, this input direction is just like ones and zeros. That's fine. It's here actually. The which direction? So this is the front, the right, And how do I calculate them? Yeah, like this. I need to change the front and the right. The front and the right. I need new ones. Vector 3. I need a new front. How will I call it? Because look at how here when we move, when I move, when I'm looking down or up, it doesn't matter. We are still moving forward. And in my game, I am using this one. When I check where actually, I'm using a different front of the camera. And when I'm trying to move forward, like I'm moving like toward in this direction, which pushes me towards the block. It needs to be like this movement, like in creative mode, where it ignores if I'm like moving up and down. So how will I call this? It's again the front direction, but it needs to be called a bit different. Front modified, I don't know. Modified equals the front, but we need to set the y to 0 and normalize. Front modified. Like this, we set the y to 0 and we normalize it. Equals vector 3 normalize the front modified. And we do the same for the right. Right modified. And this is the right. Do we do the same for the right? Question mark. Because I don't think we need to. Yeah, I don't think we need the right. No, the right is fine. The right should be fine. Front modified. Yeah, now it should be everything working correct. What motivated you to learn coding? Because what motivated me was projects like these ones. Like when you play Minecraft the first time, you get a certain feeling, a super cool feeling. When you like open a project a developer has made and you get hyped about it, you want to make the same. It's the same as seeing an animation that's very cool and you're motivated to animate by seeing a cool animation. It's the same for me. I saw a cool project and I wanted to make the same. How can you make a game like this? You need to program. And so, okay, I'll learn programming. It's very simple. Okay, now we're moving forward. And yeah, we're moving forward and we're colliding with the foliage. And our velocity continues to increase. Yeah, but we have collision. But sadly, we're colliding with everything. Learning Python right now because I found a game where you have no Python to play. Yeah, but we're actually colliding. Let's try it here in the edge. Yeah, even the edge works. I really want to get into C++ and C. Yeah, look at it, we're colliding with the edge. Look, I'm bashing myself here. Like, look at it. Yeah, we have flying trees because there's grass below it. I know. I've just prioritized other things to handle. I'm just prioritizing other things. Yeah, but we're colliding. When we jump, I think it's not perfect. It's fine. But we are sliding along the terrain. We're just sliding. Like we need friction, ground friction. We could temporarily here put like bigger friction with the ground while colliding with grass. Will I need to change it in the code? Should be easy to change actually. And here we have bigger friction. Look at how slower we are moving. And in the air, the friction decreases. Now we're moving very slowly. Let's remove the collision with these ones, these blocks. Let's remove the collision. So the collision should be where? In the entity. I forgot. Just call it. Here we check if it has collision boxes. The class has them. I call the block outline and the collision boxes the same thing. I need to check if yeah, let's do it the same way as with some other things. How did I do it? What RAM you have? It doesn't matter. No, please, man, it doesn't matter, Mr. Sushi. When I do block JSON, I think. Like this. Yeah, here, this I need. This is what I need. So here, like this. No, I'm not. I bought the RAM before the RAM increase. And I bought it with the money from my first internship as a programmer. Like, I just don't spend money. I just keep it. I got enough for a new PC finally. And I bought the PC. But that was years ago. That was years ago. Like 2022, something like that. It was years ago. Yeah, here. Get model, last parent. Yeah, here I need to get the JSON model file name. Okay, I get the file name, last model parent. Sure. And here, this check I need to do. If it's a block. So here, if it has collision boxes and it's a block. That's what, if the mesh is a block. That's what I need to do. And now we should ignore grass, hopefully. Just with this addition, we should be able to ignore grass. We're doing a check based on the mesh. What? We fell through. We fell through. If it has collision boxes and if this is equals. If this is equals. Yeah, okay, it's fine now. Your Minecraft is optimized? No, it's not. It's not optimized. And now let's check. Okay, now we are not. Yeah. Now we're not colliding with grass. Even though it has a block outline. Now we're not colliding. But we're colliding with the tree. Because it's a block. If the mesh is a block like a tree or the grass, we collide with it. We collide with it. And here we collide with this. We collide with this. And we are not colliding with the fire. We are not colliding with the fire. Yeah, this is cool, man. This is cool. And chat, are we tall enough? This is 2 blocks. Are we tall enough? This is 2 blocks. Are we tall enough? Let's compare from Minecraft. Let's compare with Minecraft. Oh. We should be smaller. The camera should be lower. The camera should be lower. Make 2 blocks. And jump in. Okay, so let's do this test. We collided with the block below. We collided with the block below. Okay, let me screenshot what you said. Oh, wall. Yeah, we can climb the wall. Let's say this is a feature. This is not a bug, guys. This is a feature. We can climb. Very slow compared to Minecraft player movement. Don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about it. Like, this is not the fine, bro. This is a development stream. We're not. We're still doing it. Like, don't worry about it. It's in development. Let's go to Excalibur and save this. Yeah, but yeah, we're slow. Because I have increased the friction when we are on the ground. And when we're in the air, the friction is less. There is less friction. And we're not colliding with the snow. That's interesting. We've removed the collision with the snow. Just stumbled by this. This looks insane. Thank you. Yeah, but we're moving around. And here we should be able to go below this. Yeah, we're going below this. And here we can move here. It's fine. It's fine. I need to browse. Come on, man. This is the texture pack. This is the texture pack. I remember when I was just one chunk. This is crazy. What do you mean when it was... wait, when it was one chunk. How much time you spent till now? For this project, about a month. Like more than 4 weeks. Maybe 5 weeks. I don't know. But this for this project. The Java clone is more time spent on it. The Java clone is more time spent. I missed some streams. I'm glad I'm back on track. Anyway, will you add cooldown or it will be like Bedrock? What do you mean cooldown? Are you having planes or what? Clone cooldown? I don't get what you're asking. It is just very good, bro. I never seen a game made in Relic. Yeah, this is in Relic. All of this is Relic. All of this is Relic. But we need to fix the ground physics. We need to fix the ground physics. And have it like the source engine. We need to make it like the source engine. But it's very cool to be on the ground. Finally, we're on the ground. Will it have support for mobs? I don't know. Why are we sprint jumping? I jump because the friction when in the air is less than on the ground. That's why I jump, because we have too much friction on the ground. And when I hold the space, we jump for longer. For some reason. Like here I'm holding the space, we jumped longer. That's crazy. Like we're almost flying. That's crazy. But here we can have redstone. Which is not finished. We have the rails. Which we're not colliding with. Because the mesh is not a block like this. If the mesh has a parent, this block, we collide with it. So I check the collisions based on their mesh, the current mesh. So I should be colliding with the piston, I think. Let's check the piston. No, I'm not colliding with the piston, so I need to make a few changes. What about the anvil? I think you jump more because it's multiplying the jump. No, the jump sets the velocity y to 6. And you have to wait attack. If you do it faster, you deal less damage. White shot on stream is more correct than on YouTube. What do you mean more correct? No, I do not collide with water, but we can check it. And here is the anvil. Look at how we're colliding with that bottom part. Look at how we're colliding with the bottom part. And here, we are colliding with the top part. We're colliding with the top part. Do you notice it, chat? We collide with the top part and here with the bottom part. That's very cool. Yeah, here, look at here, man. We're colliding here to this side with the bottom and to this side with the top. Like we have complicated collision shapes as well. It's not like the previous one. Some messages on YouTube appear after they appear on stream. Yeah, I don't know. I think you could make a list of blocks that can collide. Ah, don't worry about it. I use the mesh to decide what to collide with. I use the mesh. But I need to fix the culling. I need to fix the culling. What's annoying, Quicks? What specifically? I implemented physics. Nice. This message has been deleted. Which message? Does this have an F3 menu? Yeah, it has F3. But here I've changed it to just show if we're colliding or not. But it usually has the block state as well. I can remove the if it's colliding or not. Can remove it if it's colliding or not. We have the flowers. We're not colliding with the flowers, even though they have the collision box. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we're on the ground, chat. We're on the ground. Yeah, that's cool, man. Sometimes I'll make a copy of Minecraft. Yeah, I don't know if I can, because I'm making mods and I have to update the mod and that. Or just continue with the mods. If you're making mods, continue with the mods. You can learn with mods as well. How much FPS could it be getting? Let's not worry about the FPS. FPS for sure is not great. Because I'm not first time culling. I'm rendering everything. I'm rendering everything. How far do you want to take this project? Well, I don't know. I just started with modding and then not modding. Oh yeah, let's go inside of the water. Yeah, now we're in the water. And inside of it, nothing renders. We need some kind of a shader effect when we're in the water. We need some kind of a shader effect. Okay, let's finally fix the physics. And by fixing, I mean to copy the source engine player controller. Let me think about it. Let's do a commit. And what are we going to call it? Collision resolution done. And now let's change the physics. Let's change the physics. And it will be handled with the player here. The ground physics and air physics. We'll do it just like in the source engine. Just like the source engine. So let's go to the player. And here we handle ground physics and air physics. We'll do them the same. Let's focus on the ground physics. Yeah, I don't understand the ground physics because we copied the source engine player controller. And we copied the source engine player controller because it's battle tested. It's like the best of the best. And it's not one-to-one because we follow the YouTube tutorial. We follow the YouTube tutorial. source engine player movement Godot, and it was for Godot, so I had to make changes. It's this one, at Godot for source like FPS character controller. I followed this 40-minute tutorial for it. It's very good tutorial.
Welcome to my Godot FPS.
And he showed here the movement. And so that's what we're going to use instead of this. Look at my simplification. This is my friction and this is my movement. It's a change in terms of the velocity. My solution was very simplified. But let's use what the tutorial did. Let's do what the tutorial did. So this part that we're pasting is from the tutorial. This is from the tutorial. We need to make it work. They use a lot of values, like parameters that we need to set up. So we need to go to the player and we need to set them up here, a bunch of parameters that I usually don't touch. I leave them like the defaults. These ones. These are the parameters. Like this. This should be fine. Oh, because I'm initializing it? Maybe? Question mark? Oh no, now it's fine. Yeah, these are my parameters. I don't know why some of them are like uppercase as if they are constants. Process movement, let's go there. And now let's solve the issues. So current speed in which direction? This is a dot product. And so let's do the dot product. This should be vector 3 dot product. Velocity in the which direction? Oh no, we don't have the, oh no, we have it. So let's comment all of this. So here we need the velocity and which direction. Perfect. What else? Movement speed, const static float movement speed equals 15. Done. And what else? What else? Ground acceleration, delta time. Delta time, const float delta time equals get frame time. That's delta time. What else? Here, this is std minimum. And here, this is velocity equals vector 3 at velocity. And what do we add to the velocity? Which direction multiplied by, so scale, vector 3 scale the which direction with the acceleration speed. That's it. Very sorry for my action in last stream. What do you mean? Ah, because I timed you out. Because I timed you out. Yeah, I timed you out for 24 hours. Oh, so it has run out. No, ban him again. No, don't worry. It's okay to give second chances. Mr. Olive, I'll give you a second chance. The mods. What do you mean, Sushi? The mods are of a game called... Yeah, why doesn't this work? Acceleration speed is a float, and this is a float as well. Has no member minimum. Maybe we need to import something. Bro, do you use any AI? If you use, which AI you prefer? I avoid AI for this project because the goal is to learn. And if the AI gives me the solution, I don't learn. It's very simple. It's very simple. Here we don't have the minimum. What do we need to import for the minimum? Algorithm? Sure. Here we need the maximum. The maximum Now we don't have maximum. Oh no, here we need to change it. This is the velocity length. Okay, let's do vector 3 length. Velocity. And what else? Here we need the maximum. STD maximum. Again, the velocity length. Come on, bro. And we should calculate it here maybe, so we don't do it multiple times, but hopefully the compiler will solve this. I'm back, what's up? And here, okay, let's actually do it. Float velocity length equals. We use it too many times. And we need to opt to not calculate it all the time because it has square root. And square root is annoying to do many times for performance. Velocity length. So what? Oh, I need it to be here. Velocity length. Because I deleted too much. And here, velocity length. And here again, velocity length. And here, velocity length. And here, velocity equals vector 3 scale velocity by new speed. Done. Now we should have ground physics. Now let's test it out. It should be just like the Java clone, or just like the source engine, if it decides to work. And for some reason it's doing a lot of calculations. Did we mess up something? Yeah, Mr. Sushi, I saw what you posted. Don't worry about it. Here what's happening actually. The game like freezes. We are going inside of some kind of an infinite loop. When the hotbar works, the terrain doesn't. Here let's remove the handle ground physics. Just to be sure it's not that. Okay, now it works. It was ground physics. I think we need to initialize this in the constructor to false, all of these to false, just to be sure. If it by accident starts with true, that's an issue. Entity. Let's do a constructor. Entity. Oh, change, create, yeah. And here we need to initialize these to false. Here as well. Now let's test if that was the issue. Because handle ground physics has some kind of an issue. Let's restart it. Now it's the terrain the issue. Let's restart it. Okay, and let's test it. Perfect. Ground physics is very fast. Oh, I need to change the movement speed. Movement speed is too fast. Movement speed is too fast. Yeah. Movement speed is too fast. What movement speed do I have in my game? It's 7. In my Minecraft clone is 7. Let's actually have it in the player here. Float movement speed equals 7 by default. Movement speed 7 by default. Player is Sonic. And here let's change this to movement speed. Yeah, like this. Now it should be 7. Now it should be 7. And now the speed is much better. Speed is much better. But I think sometimes there are slight issues, but we'll figure it out. Look at how here we go between these blocks. We go between these blocks. Yeah, that's cool. And we get stuck here. Perfect. Let's mine down, actually. This is the ultimate test. We cannot fall down. That's a bit of a bummer. Probably we need to make the collision box smaller. Probably we need to make it smaller. Yeah, we cannot fall down. We cannot fall down. Let's make the collision box smaller. So in the player here we set it to be how much 2 and here up to 12 like this, which probably will cause issues, which will probably cause them. Okay, and now the collision box is a bit smaller, and I think it's it's causing a bit of issues. It's causing a bit of issues, but at least we can fall down. At least we can fall down. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, look at how here the collision is not alright. We're inside of the block. That's a bit of an issue. When I made the collision box not be full block. The hotbar, yeah, it's fine, man. Sometimes it bugs like this. Sometimes it has a bug. It's just drawing it 2 times. For the grid, I think. I think it's trying to draw the grid. Because there is a grid, and here there is a grid as well. And it's giving a texture to the grid. Because I've automated the drawing, I just say to the inventory to draw itself. And it has to figure out which other elements it needs to draw as well. Like I tried to automate it. And so that's why it's some kind of a bug. We'll figure it out, but not right now. Yeah, but it's cool. We can like finally mine now. We can mine. And yeah, the mine part of Minecraft got added. And here this will be the new thumbnail. Like, let's fly and be like this. I think this would be cool as a thumbnail. Right, guys? This would be cool, question mark? I think this would be cool. Yeah, I changed it. Now we're using the new one. And let's go back in survival. And we're free now. We're free. We need to change the air physics as well to be like the source engine. But before that, we need to fix again the collision. Think fly could multiply the speed a little. Minecraft a little slower, I think, but we can to make it slower, we just change the move speed. It's an easy change. It's better to add a camera movement when walking. Yeah, we can easily add it. The camera movement when walking. Can easily add it. It's covered in the tutorial, the camera movement. We have it in the Java clone. Yeah, it's cool we finally have movement, man. This is cool. Let's fix this problem because I made the collision box smaller on the X and the Z, and that is now like pushing us inside of the block, like here. Our collision box is inside of the block. We need to do some kind of an offset. It thinks it's in a different place. That's what it's thinking. It thinks it's in a different place. The collision box. Or maybe when we draw it. So which one? No, we're... I'm not sure actually. Is it the drawing or the collision? Is good, similar to Minecraft. I don't know which one of the two it is. Where did we draw wires? Yeah, here we did it. Check both. Yeah, here we do it. So here we just get the box size, which is fine. The to minus the from. This is just the size, and it starts from the player position plus the collision box size. Is that correct? Or maybe we need here to add from as well. Maybe here we need to add the from as well to not start from the player position. Let me see. I could easily temporarily solve it by here setting the from always to be 0. And here I'll just make this smaller. And now it should be the same size, but it shouldn't have the issues. And we need to restart it. And now let's test it. Now on this, yeah, now it looks to be fine. And it's the same size. Yeah, now it looks to be fine. And if we go down, yeah, it looks to be fine. Looks to be fine. And we need the air physics to be different because they're very simple. They're just some simple air friction. Let's change the air physics, which is just like following the code from the tutorial. So where did I have the air physics? Air physics. Copy, paste. How did you learn C++? By making Minecraft clone. And so here we'll remove this friction and we'll remove this. this is for the gravity. This is for the gravity. And here we need a dot product. Yeah, just like above here. Just like here. So, yeah, this is the same. This is the same. What else? This is different now. This is the minimum. Yeah, let's remove. Let's just comment this out. Because this is from the ground physics. Here, this is the minimum. This is the minimum between the which direction multiplied by air speed and then the length of it. So we need vector 3 length. The length of a vector 3 scale between which direction and air move speed. That's it. That's it. What else? And here, delta time, we don't have delta time. We'll get it here. Delta time. What else? And this is the minimum. And here, this is probably the same velocity at. Here, velocity. No, it's velocity equals vector 3 at. What are we adding? We are adding the vector 3 scale between the which direction and the acceleration speed. Like that. Now we should have the same movement like the source engine. And let's change the movement speed. Let's lower it to 6. Because people were saying it's a bit fast. Build failed. Here for the adding. For the adding we are... Oh, we need to add it to the velocity. We need to add it to the velocity. Now it should be the same like the source engine. Like, it's not perfect, I know, but I don't know, man. Now it's too slow. If you make all textures made by you, it can be downloadable. What about the mesh, Mr. Sushi? What about the block meshes? Like, I haven't... What will do with the piston mesh? Like, I haven't created the piston mesh. So you're saying it's too slow, but if we move in Minecraft as well, isn't it the same like in Minecraft? Isn't it the same like in Minecraft? I think it's kind of... it's even faster, man. It's faster than Minecraft. But it's fine. If you look carefully, I think at some point we get stopped. Like, it's barely noticeable. Like, it's not perfect, but it's good enough, man. It's good enough. It's good enough. But let's make it when you hold space to continue jumping. I want that. So instead of if space is pressed, to be if space is down. Something like that. So here, if is key down, if it's down. And now we're we are flying. Like we're not going down, man. And we're not colliding. So it isn't reset the colliding down. It's not being reset. The colliding down flag. It's not being reset. Like we're flying. Because I'm holding down the space. Yeah. I'm holding down the space, which sets the velocity to be 9. And we have collided bottom. Let's just check collided bottom if it's true or not. When we show the when we print the text, the debug text. Sub was up. Debug information. And here, what do we do here? Airtime? No, don't worry about it. Where do we get the player? Yeah, here, this. Let's do it. Collided bottom. Collided bottom. Buy pizza, buy, I'll update my mod, okay. Buy sushi. Bottom. Bottom. Let's see if the collide bottom flag, what value it is. Let's see what value it is. Once the terrain decides to render. Any moment. Okay. So bottom equals true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. And now we're holding the space bars and bottom is false. Bottom is false, but we continue to execute code. That's very weird. When bottom is false. That's very weird. We're actually flying. That's very weird. That's very weird. Let's go back to the player. Here. This is the only place I check if we are holding the space bar. And we set the velocity to be 9. And in the Java clone, here, I check if space bar is held down. And then I set velocity to 9. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same. Actually. What's the code here? Change is key down. No. I want it to be key down. I want it to be that. Let's search is key down. But it should be search entire workspace, right? And this is just my project. I want to see in Relip. I want to see how they handle is key down. But this would mean somewhere else is the implementation. How should I handle it? This is a function that returns either true or false. And this is false while we're holding down the space. Like, actually, let's run it. Like, let's actually run it in the air holding space. If it decides to render the terrain. Okay, and now I'm holding space. Oh, look at it. Even in creative mode, it's doing the same. We're going up. Oh, I know why. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. It's because of... yeah, I remember. It's because of the creative mode code. It's because of the creative mode. Yeah. Because of the creative mode. Here, this move direction. Here we have space and shift. This should be if player creative mode. If we're in creative mode. Yeah, now it should be fine. Now it should be fine. You're not. Yeah, now we hold space and we jump. Look at it. Now we're jumping around. Now we're jumping around. Oh, look at it. We have bunny hop. We have bunny hop. We have bunny hop here as well. And we increase the speed. And it has lag spikes because of the terrain generation. I would need to do something about the terrain generation. But we have source engine movement. And at some points, like we get, for a little second, I think we collide with the neighboring block. For a split second, I feel like. Because when we jump at an angle, sometimes it's very weird. But the result we got is pretty good, man. I'm surprised. I had my expectations low. Just in case. I had the expectations low. But it's pretty good, actually. It's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Let's do a commit and remove this bounding box. Let's remove this bounding box. And maybe let's put the camera bit, be a little bit lower. But let's commit this. Source-like movement. The game is transforming into CS bunny hop map before my eyes. No. And here, where do we draw the wires? Here. So, let's comment this out. But before we do, let's move the camera. Target. Where do we calculate the target? Here. No. Here, yeah, here. The position will be... This is the collision box size. Let's move it down a bit. Like, how big is the head? The head is 8, so let's move it down 4. Let's move it down 4. And how much is the collision box size? But this divided by 16 actually. So let's first change it. Collision box size y minus yeah, but it will be incorrect, the naming then. It will be incorrect, the naming. Let me think about it. But let's just divide it by 16 here. Let's just divide it by 16 here. Now the camera should be a bit down. And let's test it by looking at 2 blocks. Height. If it decides to run, hello. A moment. Yeah, now we are a bit below. And if we spawn 2 blocks. Yeah, now it's perfect, I think. Now it should be perfect. Now it should be just like Minecraft. And let's remove these wires. Let's remove these wires. Wires here. Let's comment this out. And let's comment out here. Let's get back the previous text. The block hover text. So let's remove here this. Here let's uncomment this. And here let's remove this if we're colliding or not. Like this. Now it should be like before, but with player collision. Survival mode. Yeah. Now we're colliding. We don't have the wires. We have the F3 information. We have the F3 information. And we are colliding. And we have bunny hop as well. And it's having some issues, like it's not perfect. But that's for future me to figure out, I think. I broke good that I was AFK so you could progress so much. So you're saying you're distracting me. Still really cool. Yeah, it's still cool. Like there are issues. It's not perfect, but that's the reality. That's the reality. Like these slight issues, it's like reality of development. Like there's no way around it. All of these bugs we see, it's like reality. Like if it was perfect, that would be weird. Yeah, it's very cool. We're actually on the ground. We're actually on the ground. Oh, let's make a house. Let's make our first house. Oh, solving issues. Make a house. I think this will be cool. This is our first house, chat. Inside of the clone. Let's make it a cozy one. Let's remove the snow. Oh, we need sound effect. Oh, that would be very cool, man. Sound effect. Why realistic texture classic for Minecraft is perfect? It's alright. We'll add survival and the blocks drop items. We'll see what we're going to do. This is first house. Yeah, this is first house. You need way to save 4 roads. Frost. Yeah, thank you. Let's be a modern home where we have a lot of windows. Just here on the side. This is a modern home. And here it will be just on here wood. Just here wood. Like pillars. Some kind of pillars. And let's make the ground be stone. Let's make the ground be stone. You fix collisions, they're alright, the collisions. Collisions are alright. Let's remove this dirt. Let's remove the dirt. First house. Yeah, this is the first house. Congrats, what's next? Wait a moment, bro. What do you mean, what's next? Let's savor the moment. What do you mean, what's next? What's next? Do you draw one mesh? No, these blocks are fully transparent, so it's alright. I draw them with everything else. This is fully transparent. Why is this the first house? What do you mean? I don't wish anybody a boss like that guy. It started to look a lot like earlier versions of the game. Also can particles of breaking blocks missing. Oh, I don't have particles. Do you have stairs for the roof? I don't have stairs. I don't have stairs. We don't have planks. We don't have planks. That's a bit of a bummer. We could have lava. Oh, I cannot. Oh no, chat, we did a mistake. we did a mistake. Oh no, yeah, we solved it because the lava didn't have an outline. The lava didn't have an outline. We don't have planks. We don't have planks. What will we pick for the roof? We can do obsidian, crank obsidian. What's this? Ah, this is the skulk. What will be the roof? Stone? No, not fire. We can put the fire outside. It's just the curse block palette. Have you implemented waterlogging blocks? Cactus. For the roof. Cactus for the... Bro, what do you mean cactus for the roof? I need to jump. Okay, cactus for the roof. You decided that. But when somebody in chat says this is cursed, chat will be saying it for you guys, not for me. You decided this to be cactus. You decided a cactus roof. Like this. The roof gaps are fine. Rain isn't deployment. It's all rain through the... No, there's no rain. There isn't any rain. Perfect. Here will be grass as well because we don't have wooden planks. We don't have oak planks. And here will be in glass as well. Doesn't matter. And we don't have a door. Making Minecraft clone too, but low and using Loftweek, and I show it to you. Join the Discord and add it in the project showcase and hit the tag you want a review on stream. Okay, chat, this is the house. How do you rate it from 1 to 10? How do you rate it? 1, it's trash. 10, you want to live inside of it. How do you rate it from 1 to 10? 11. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Cactus 10. What do you rate it, guys? I mean, if it had a roof on fire, I would say 10, but now 9. 4. Oh, let's add fire. I forgot about the fire. Kind of genius snowburst would land on it. Yeah, let's add fire. Let's add fire. Let's add fire. Should we add all of this be fire? Yeah, why not? Cactus as a roof, everything you jump inside. There is head injuries. Try to rate it 10, but I got typecast error. Okay, guys, we did an improvement. And let's clear the snow because we are very productive people. We clean the snow from the house. And here we all... Okay, we have more improvement. Okay, I have an idea, chat. Like this. Wait a minute. No. And this. Leaves. Leaves. What do you think? Leaves? Leaves? I don't think the leaves help. Like this. Like this. They don't help. They don't help. But nothing can save this. A hero brand summoning home. When you can't buy a game, so you decide to make one. Look at this. This is literally the Homer Simpson's car as a house. Hey, we can see the fire from here. We can see the fire. Barely. Survival mode in inventory. We have the creative mode. Let the house's thumbnail. At which angle? This one? Bro, don't waste your time. Let's continue project. What do you mean? Bro, bro, did you see how much we implemented? Did you see how much we implemented? I can see more than just fire. There's already character spikes in my head. Back low making the mod. Yeah, let me change the thumbnail. Let me change the thumbnail. Yeah, we changed the thumbnail. And now we can... Man, creative mode flying is so slow. The type house you see your friend makes in survival. Yeah, slowly ascending. Slowly ascending. Yeah, this is cool. Is it possible to increase the flight velocity so it makes you fast like the light speed? The problem is if we change the flying... yeah, we can do some changes. Those Minecraft house previews. I don't want to close the game because we will lose the house. We'll lose the house if I close the game. Like, this is the last moment we have with the house. Like, the moment I close the game, we lose it. Then it's over. There will never be a moment where we have the house again. Oh, with the structure! Yo, you're a genius! You're a genius! Yeah, let's save it with the structure. Let's save it with the structure. How does it increase, actually? Where's the positive X and Y? Oh, it's here. So we need to set the structure block be here. Here. And let's remove this block. Save files were implemented. You made chunk loading, but not world saves. Here, we do this. Okay, this is the height. This is the height. This is... yeah, this... let's fly a bit. Slowly. Needs to be lower, like 5. 5. Yeah, 5 is perfect. And here at the end, like this. And now the structure should be getting all of it. You should be getting all of it. And let's think of a file name. First house. First house. Save. Done. Now it should be saved. Now it should be saved. Now it should be saved, and let's try to load it. Let's try to load it here. Let's try to load it. Oh, but it can crash. It can crash if we make a mistake here. It can crash. Let's just in case check the resources, see if it has saved it. To the engine, resources, structures, first house. And it has all of the numbers. Like these are the block IDs. I'm not using tags, sadly. First house. Let's try to load it. Kinda surprised there's actually people who understand the structure blocks. I thought I was the only one. Yeah, okay. First house. And let's try to load it. Okay, chat. If I've written the name wrong, it will crash. And we'll lose the house forever. Are we risking it? Let's try it. Load. Hey! No, no, no! We lost the house. We lost the house. First house. First house. I did it right? Right? Oh, because it's a new structure and new structures are missing. New structures are missing. Okay. Let's try it by reloading the world. Let's try it by reloading. Chat, there is still a chance we have the house. There is still a chance that we have it. There is still a chance. Where should we spawn it? Here. Let's spawn it here. First house. And let's load it. Yo, yo. Yo, we got it. It's here. The house is saved forever. Hey, it didn't catch the floor. It didn't catch the floor. It didn't save the... Oh, we didn't save the floor. We didn't save the floor. It's still fine. First house, my beloved. We didn't save the floor. This should be stone floor, and it didn't remove the grass. It didn't remove the grass. Chat, welcome home. Welcome home. This is our home. This is our home. We should have the text blocks, like the... What do you call them? Where you can write in the world here to write something. We need those. Forgot what they're called. Science, yeah, science, yeah, yeah, obvious, yeah, I know, yeah, the science. Yeah, science. Yeah, this is cool, man. This is cool. And we have ambient occlusion here. We have ambient occlusion. Did you play a lot of Death Run years ago? What do you mean? We didn't add the camera movement, the head bob. We didn't add the camera movement. We didn't add the head bobbing effect. The Counter-Strike. I played Counter-Strike 1.6 a lot when I was little. I played Counter-Strike 1.6. Do you notice? I think it's obvious. I think it's obvious that I played Counter-Strike as a little. I think you guys can notice. And here, this could be our mine. This could be the mine. Guys, do you see the vision? This can be the mine. Where we look for ores. This could be the mine. It's very easy to add caves. We need to use a technique called purlin worm. You may know what purlin noise is, but there is something called a purlin worm. That's how we generate caves. You got crafting table and furnace. I don't have them, but we can easily add them. Yeah, here is the mine. Here is the mine. This is the mine. This is where we look for ores. This is where we look for ores. Basically, the purlin worms, they remove a few blocks, and it depends what your brush is. They remove a few blocks. It can be a cube. It can be just a cube. And then the worm needs to decide where the next place it will remove. It is, if it's a simple worm, just going in this direction, it will start removing here. Like this. It will start removing here. And what's the next place? And if it's again this direction, it's here. We remove again here. This is the worm. And purlin worm is making the direction random. So here we remove here. And what's the next direction? Instead of going here every time, we use purlin noise to decide, okay, this time we go this direction. Or this time we go down. That's how we get purlin worm caves. That's how we get purlin worm caves. That's how I did it in Java. Look at how my speed got ruined. That's because, and we were just jumping around. I think we collide sometimes with these blocks. Sometimes. That's a bit of an issue. Choose a random number generator to decide the direction. But yeah, but that would be too random. It would be too random. The purlin noise makes it look better. The caves look better when you limit the direction change to sure rather than full random. Interesting, the purlin worm for caves. Interesting. Or do you need 3D noise? You can do it with 3D noise as well. Or you can combine both. You can combine both of them. And 3D noise would be cooler for big caves. Like those cool caves underground. And purlin noise could be for smaller, more niche caves. Let's say. But when a couple of purlin worms combine, you get the cave system, which is cool. I have them in my Java clone. Multiple cave systems. Make movement animations like Java. You mean the head bobbing? We could add the head bobbing. Can also use rich noise for pseudo worm caves. I don't know what rich noise is. I don't know what that is. Will you add ores? If it makes sense, we'll add them, but adding them right now doesn't make sense. I haven't progressed far into Minecraft's clones to work on terrain, unfortunately. You can start working on terrain immediately. What do you mean? You can do whatever you want, whatever excites you. You have full freedom when coding your own project. You can focus just on terrain. You don't need to implement everything to start working on the terrain. Yeah, I think we can add the head bobbing as well. Because it was part of the tutorial. Because in Source Engine games you also have the head bobbing. You also have it. And it's very easy. It's just like moving the camera around with a sine wave. Based on how many seconds have passed since starting the game. The way I implemented the things, I could not work on terrain stuff. Then change the way you implement things. So implement things in a way where you can start with the terrain early on. What you do for living? I do nothing for living. I watch YouTube videos. Yeah, I could do this all day, man. Same, bro. When you when you finish, will you do 100 days on Minecraft clone? Probably. There's many videos we can do with a Minecraft clone like this. So video watchers rise up. Hello, what advice can you give regarding create a clone on Godot engine starting from the alpha version of Minecraft? What do you be more specific? What? That's too general. I'll try once I feel happy or bored with Project Mountain. Add surf mode. What are we going to serve then? Bro, like how not making your own game? Yeah. It would be smart if I make my own game and publish it on Steam. It would be smart to do it. But I don't have an idea for a game, that's why I haven't done it. And this is fun enough. I'm still looking for an idea. One idea I have is to just make the terrain and publish it on Steam, on itch.io for free, where you can play. Where you can play it just the terrain generation without the Minecraft stuff. To play just the terrain generation and the player. What's your job, bro? So, don't use that the J slur. No, let's not talk about jobs. This, you know what? I'll ban this word. I'll ban it. I'll ban the word. I'll ban this one. Amazing idea. Release it as a game engine, not a game. Hey, pets and the bird. We need to add head bobbing. Look at how when we move, we don't have head bobbing. We need head bobbing. And we need that. No, we will add head bobbing when we have the right item. Don't worry about inventory. You. Yeah. Oh, inventory is beautiful. Don't worry about the inventory. You know why inventory is like this? It's because I have a grid here. I have a grid that automates the placement. It makes the placement easier. And the grid itself, the game is trying to draw the grid. The grid doesn't have a texture, so it's reusing the previous texture, probably, I'm assuming. And that's why it's doing it like this. And here it's reusing the previous texture, which is the water. And that's why it's giving it here. Because here I have a grid as well. I have a grid as well here. And here I have a grid as well. That's why it's like this. I think it will be very easy to fix this. Looks like it suffered pain and agony. Inventory would be easy to fix. Java is still perfectly fine language. Java is fine. My Java clone, where is it? Where's my Java clone? Yeah, this is my Java clone. I first started with Java. Here the inventory is much better. And we have the swords. We have zombies, skeletons. But we cannot kill them. But they can kill me. They can destroy me. Look how he collides with the world. And I died. But this is the Java clone. And here I have bow animation. Look at the bow animation. But here the arrow collides with me and hurts me. I haven't fixed this. Because we started working on the other clone. We have the repeaters. The Java clone looks like those Minecraft clones in a site. Yeah, this is the Walmart Minecraft clone. Everything hurts you edition. The zombie, the zombie is chill. The zombie is chill. He doesn't attack me. Save us from Microsoft. Damn, it also looks fire. Bro, Java clone is very good. It's really the same as Minecraft. Zombie. Bro. No job for sure. Yeah, there was one guy that asked me what my YouTube channel is about, because he knows I have a YouTube channel, and I tell him I make a Minecraft clone, and he's like, oh, like that's like sounds like some unemployed shit, and I'm like sure, yeah, but like, why do people hate when you have something, a big project? Like I like working on this project. Like the time I've invested here, I prefer it than the years I invested in university. I hate the years in university, and I love the years. It's not actually years. It was 1 year. Like this clone and the Java clone, and the Java clone was like more than a year, like less than 2 years, but more than a year. It didn't take that much time, but the time I spent with these projects, I prefer it 100% more than the time in university. Like I hated the time in university. You should continue doing what you're doing. Enjoy doing it. Makes amazing content. Anyone telling you otherwise, just hating. Yeah, I enjoy doing this. Like this gives me motivation. Summary. Yeah, okay, I'll do a summary. At the start of this stream, we started without the player. Here, we were just flying. Like here. Like in creative mode, we were just flying. We were just flying around. This is the start of the stream. We were just flying around. And now we can actually collide with everything. We have collision detection, collision resolution, and we have the player movement like from the source engine. We have the player movement that is the same as the source engine, because as you can see, we can bunny hop. And oh, I closed the game, we lost the house. I wanted to show the tutorial. It's from this tutorial. Godot 4 source-like FPS character controller, this one. The source-like movement is from this video. Bunny hopping, what? And also we created a house. Which and also the zombie. We created a house which we saved with this structure block. We saved it with the structure block. We can spawn it at any moment. We called it first house. The first house. Let's load it. This is the first house. No, like this. This is the first house. We created this monstrosity that we saved with this structure block. Now this is the house. It has fire on top. It has the cactus. Yeah, structure block is very cool. It has a cactus as a roof. Chad decided this. This was not me. Chad decided roof to be grass. Don't judge me. The floor was stone. But by mistake, I put the structure block here. By mistake. I put it by mistake here. I should have put it here, so it can catch the floor as well. So we lost the floor of the house. But we managed to... Yeah, this is the first house. Yeah, this is our first house. Our first home. And this is what we added today. We added the collision, we added the player controller, just like the source engine. And as a bonus at the end, we created this beautiful house, which many people from chat actually rated it 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. So it's not that bad of a house. We got good ratings. Please make this public. No, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. And so, guys, I'll give you a link to my Discord. That's where you can get notified when I'm live. Because I try to be live on the same time, but I don't manage to do it exactly on the same time. So you can get a notification when I'm live in my Discord. Like you get a ping when I'm live. And there also I have a place where you can make a post about your project. And you can put a tag if you want me to review it on stream and make probably a video about it. Post your projects there. On that, can I download the game? The game is not in the Discord. Fix how grass block and destroy the tree lock. What do you mean? Oh yeah, this thing. We'll fix it some other time because we're over 3 hours. Like this is the end for our stream. Like this is the end. I put a 3 hours limit. Tomorrow we'll do another 3 hours. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching and like bye. I'll see you tomorrow. Test it out soon. It's a pleasure being here for another stream. Yeah, thank you for being here. We'll review it. But when I review it, I want you to be in the stream when I review it. We have a deal? Yeah, bye guys. It was fun. It was fun.